bigger services like Zoom and all of the meeting providers, ये लोग बहुत पैसे charge करते हैं. But again, the recording is server side. So अगर I as a user have a bad network, तो हम जो stream send कर रहे हैं, that itself is very poor. So what we were trying to do is we were trying to record snippets of activity, be it voice or video or both of them together. User के पास look.
So hey guys, welcome back to our channel, and in this podcast we will be discussing all about the SIH journey of 2023. इन्होंने means in this podcast we are welcoming to the Saurabh Sharma, that is how he won the SIH, that is Smart India Hackathon. And we will be discussing all about here कि उन्होंने कौन से प्रोजेक्ट पे काम किया और कौन से वेबसाइट्स बनाए, कौन से एप्स बनाए एंड कौन से ऑब्स्टेकल्स फेस किए उन्होंने, एंड सब हम उनके जर्नी से डिस्कस करेंगे. सो भैया, कैन यू गिव योर बिग इंट्रोडक्शन टू अस?
Yeah, so I'm Saurabh Sharma from Techno India University. Presently, I'm in my third year of BTech CSE AI. And जैसा भैया ने बोला है, I was a winner for SIH 2023 and also Kavach का ये पहला year हुआ था. Other than that, I've also made open source contributions in bigger organizations like Open Source. And as an Arch Linux user, I also manage 10 packages on the AUR.
Okay. And भैया means आप अपने means we are starting about your college journey. कि आपकी college journey कैसी थी? From where did you started and means आपने means first year और second year में try नहीं किया था SIH?
नहीं, actually even ये वाला भी कवच से ही शुरू हुआ था actually, and I was not the one who was making the team. बड़ा randomly हमारे college के group में there was a message about a new hackathon called Kavach, and it was being organized by the Home Ministry and BPR&D, so I was quite interested in it. तो उसमें ही हम लोगों का पहला attempt था. उसके पहले I was trying out other things, and that's my plan again for 2024.
Okay.
Otherwise, coding journey का बताने से I've had quite a good start in that, and part of it is to be credit to my ICSE board school overall, because हम लोगों का बहुत अच्छा introduction रहा था. I had Q Basic in class 6, and then 7 के second term से we started with Java. So overall programming में बहुत अच्छा से introduce हुए हैं. I guess उसके बाद फिर there was a lot of self study. Kind of academics छोड़ के I got my new broadband connection and I was just jumping languages. Actually, this is also something that you can take back. हम जो 11th and 12th में I was jumping between Perl and AX and बहुत सारा languages. I guess अगर उस time पे DA से किए रहते तो would be better. But yeah, at least I'm mending it now.
Okay. And from which year you started contributing to the SIH, and how was your PPT वगैरह बताएंगे जरा?
Again, SIH तो this was the first time here, and PPT जो आई थी, in my opinion, it's kind of limiting 4 slide का जो rule है. But again, मेरा overall with the product, my goal has always been to automate and to bring more intelligence into applications. I do it in my own capacity, and obviously I hope I'll get better with it. But also साथ में एक जाता है about branding your presentation properly. It's important, in my perspective, to approach your project from a very product perspective. It should not be a government kind of a thing कि हाँ हम government के contract पे हम making X product exactly as much as the government is asking and nothing more, and हम deliver कर दे रहे हैं. You should try to approach it from a product perspective. You should build it in a way that you would be able to scale and make a company out of it. You know. So again, abhi with ChatGPT and GPT-4 का present image generation capabilities, getting icons, brainstorming names, coming up with descriptions, ये सब बहुत easy हो चुका है, and I guess these are resources that everybody should be taking into consideration. Overall, अपना presentation जितना अच्छे से brand कर पाओगे, I guess it'll leave a lasting mark. And Kavach के time पे भी it was quite interesting. Our mentors had kind of उन लोगों को याद था what our starting slide looked like, and they had gone through 3,600 presentations. And वो लोग वही बोल रहे थे कि like there was some character to your presentation. That's something I guess more people can bring in.
Okay. And to crack or to means to won the SIH, what is most important thing you means आपने notice किया होगा?
जी, this time it was much different from my Kavach experience actually. यहाँ पे there's the approach is quite methodical. Overall, Kavach के time पे when I was building, again I'm drawing from there because that was my only other experience. But again, that was a lot more technical. And यहाँ पे जब हम पहुंचे थे, everybody was up with PowerPoint and Figma. So यहाँ पे again coming up with a good user flow diagram, wireframing and all of that will really help. And obviously, like I said, if you're approaching your project from a very product perspective, as the team leader or whatever, every member should have a very in-depth understanding of exactly उन लोगों का project क्या करना चाह रहा है and in what ways can it grow. Because वहाँ पे जब आप पहुँचोगे, you might have questions that will be broad facing कि हाँ, just tell me what are the extra features that you think you could integrate. Otherwise, वो लोग कुछ suggestions भी कर रहे होंगे. And again, I believe that they have an intent. They understand क्या fit होता है, क्या नहीं होता है. So again, you need to have a very clear understanding कि कौन सा idea actually integrate किया जा सकता है, and what is just not part of your vision. Having a vision with your project is quite important. Overall, I don't know whether it was just a part of my problem statement, but बहुत सारे लोगों ने यहाँ पे MVP भी नहीं build किया था. I just got to know of it later on post the event. But I would suggest हम लोगों का properly built था पहले से ही. And I would suggest that if you are going in, you should have all of it pretty well prepared ताकि आप वहाँ पे suggestions सुन के ले पाओ. There will be 3 mentorship rounds and 3 judging rounds. So जो भी suggestions आ रहा है, they want to see how fast can you implement those. Again, this is generic advice that you will get from a lot of people, but this is something that's very, very important. And I have seen in my experience that a lot of people have kind of skipped it. हमारे सामने एक और DTU का भी group था, and they had finished their project. They had a very impressive project, by the way. और उन लोगों का student innovation में से था. So it's also quite courageous for them to come up with their own problem statement and pitch their product. But again, they said that they had finished their MVP जिस दिन उन लोगों ने submit किया था. And that can really take you much further. And overall, having a very good technical grasp, जो आप लोगों के problem statement का category है, वो भी important है. जैसे हम लोगों का project में इस बार ये थोड़ा सा lacking था, because हम लोगों का project था about building a meeting platform for AICTE. Again, so in the problem statement itself, they had defined very well what their actual MVP demand was. They basically wanted a backend system, meetings अच्छे से हो रही हो, there are meeting chats, obviously meeting controls, basics. But again, like the judges told us, they wanted to see कि आप क्या नया ला पा रहे हो. Because again, most of the projects this year, as far as I have seen, इन लोगों का ऐसा नहीं कि solutions exist ही नहीं करता है. They want to see कि आप क्या नया ला सकते हो in this case. तो उस हिसाब से new features brainstorm करना and actually category पे रहना is very important. Also, I'm sorry, I went on a tangent. But हमारा project, while it was a meeting platform and MVP बहुत अच्छे से defined था, it fell under the category of blockchain and security. And when we were brainstorming, we kind of totally skipped it. हमारे कवच के time पे we wanted to build a vault, and यहाँ पे भी we just kind of provided a vault. So it just coincidentally happened to kind of coincide. But again, judges ने हमसे specifically पूछा कि ठीक है, आपने meeting platform तो बनाया है, but what are you doing about the category as in blockchain and security? So yeah, I guess we could flaunt a very secure design, some past experience in a specifically cybersecurity hackathon from Kavach, and also a vault that we were providing. So ये सब चीज़ों का अच्छे से एक idea रहना बहुत जरूरी है. Also, जो हम पहले features के बारे में बोल रहे थे, our judges were suggesting a blockchain integration. For maybe storing files. But again, for example, there I was able to answer that this is not something that we are looking to integrate. Again, firstly, I'm sorry, I don't understand blockchain very, very well. But storing files on the blockchain was just not on our agenda. We don't want to, ठीक है, हम लोग encrypt करके भी blockchain में अगर डाल रहे हैं, and if it is if it's public record. So we are kind of confirming that हाँ, इस user का एक file exist करता है. अब वो क्या है that I don't know, and I'm not telling you. But वो exist करता है, वो public record हो जाएगा. And even that, in my opinion, would be a breach of privacy for that user. So, एक well-rounded view and proper organization, UI design, bringing an MVP, and having a good flowchart, a good presentation would really help. एक product में personality रहना चाहिए, I would say.
Okay. And what was your contribution in your project?
Oh, मेरा overall same as Kavach, same ही team था हम लोगों का. I'm the team leader. And overall system designing किए हैं. This time I've also done backend. and
Okay.
it was in a new language, Golang, जो कि पिछले वाले कवच के time पे I learned Rust in the process, and इस बार Golang में कर रहे थे. And also I got to learn more about WebRTC, because हम
Okay.
लोग का choose करते time ही था कि we want to choose a project जिसको हम लोग as a company अगर मन हुआ तो ले जा सके. In theory it should be possible, and जो कि हम लोगों को नया चीज कुछ सीखने को मिले. So WebRTC was some new technology that all of us got to explore.
Huh.
Again, system designs किए हैं हम, backend development किए हैं. I've done the UI design, and of
Okay.
late I've found that I can write ठीक ठाक. So the proposals and presentations were made by me, and also with the help of ChatGPT and all of that, icons and नाम brainstorm करना, वो सब भी हुआ है.
Okay, okay. And what were about your rounds? आपके कितने rounds हुए? Because I had listened about कि SIH में 2 या 3 rounds होते हैं, जहाँ पे mentors बताते कि they should be that like, और उनकी तरह से हमको चलना पड़ता है. So what they guided you or what they suggested you to do, and how many rounds were there?
Right, like I was saying, again, there are 3 mentorship rounds and 3 rounds of evaluation. हम लोगों को उतना flowchart का importance उस समय नहीं लग रहा था, so that was something that they pointed out first.
Huh.
So again, मेरा 14 दिन बाद code editor बंद किए हम, and I
Huh.
had to open Excalibur, and वहाँ पे I made a flowchart and a good system design, because again I'm kind of organized, but हम formally वैसा publish करने लायक कुछ carry नहीं कर रहे थे अपने साथ. So that was
Okay.
something that we had to do. पहला वो रहा, and again UI designs formalize कर देना, that was in the second thing. And also third वाले में they wanted us to bring in new features.
Huh.
A lot of it was already promised, but उसका कुछ refined versions हम लोग लेके आए थे. Again,
Huh.
this one was about, again, it was a meeting platform. जो उसका
Huh.
refinement था, like presently meeting platforms suffer from UDP connections,
Okay.
because again, to provide real time connections, हम लोग WebSocket छोड़ के WebRTC में आ रहे हैं ताकि
Huh.
UDP से transfer हो सके. We don't have time to validate whether हमारे recipient को मेरा सही video मिला है. That results in choppy video and audio quality. Again, bigger services like Zoom and all of the meeting providers, ये लोग बहुत पैसे charge करते हैं. But again, the
Okay.
recording is server side. So
Huh.
अगर I as a user have a bad network,
Huh.
तो हम जो stream send कर रहे हैं, that itself is very poor. So what we were trying to do is we were trying to record snippets of activity, be it voice or video or both of them together,
Huh.
user के पास locally, and then the user would timestamp it and send it to the server, ताकि server फिर वापस इन सबको merge कर सके. This would give you a very high quality meeting recording, and high
Okay.
quality meeting recording से आप at this point very easily transcripts generate कर सकते हो, and this can give my application a lot of insight about whatever went on in your meeting. uh, a good transcript, a highly accurate transcript, can give you a lot of pause. Again, हम लोग because इस चीज को बहुत professional work environment में try करना चाह रहे थे, so having a very high accuracy with transcription was important, and that just could not be guaranteed to be achieved अगर वो चीज server side ही हो रही हो. Because again, like I said, user का ही network खराब रहा तो वो choppy audio भेज रहा होगा. Server won't be able to decrypt it
Huh.
into some parsable text. I don't mean decrypt in a technical form. I mean it literally. So wait, that was something that we were doing, and बाद में ये सारे TCP के through जा रहे थे. So this would give us more actionable insights जो कि हमारा platform use कर पाता. Again, there are ways in which, not just ways, I think it's quite necessary कि आपका जो MVP दिया है आप उसके around proper एक product build कर सको. हम लोगों का वही था, we had
Huh.
a meeting platform simply,
Okay.
but we kind of allowed it to evolve into a whole collaboration suite.
Huh.
So it would be kind of like Slack with Zoom, with a very intelligent bots, if you were
Huh.
to say, or the platform itself would be intelligent because उसके पास high quality transcripts हैं.
Okay.
So again, these are kind of features that the judges said ki already available हैं at this point,
Huh.
summaries generate करना and all. But what we provided was one platform which would integrate all of it. It
Huh.
would kind of take your workplace from the physical world into the digital. And obviously उसके साथ digital के perks आते हैं.
Okay, okay, okay. And what approach you used in the SIH to won the hackathon?
हम लोगों का स्पेशल वैसा कुछ अप्रोच नहीं बोल पाएंगे. Again, we
Huh.
were kind of enjoying the process.
Huh.
We were able to talk well, and we just happened to have a very good product that we were able to impress the judges with.
Okay.
again, if you are well prepared and if you are, अगर knowledge अच्छा है आपका आपके
हम्म,
product के respect में, तो it will definitely reflect, and I guess that's what happened.
ओके,
और एक बात है कि
हम्म,
like again हर चीज का, if you are interview हो या even this
हम्म,
podcast or even having a mentoring session with your judges, as much as
हाँ,
you can convert it into a conversation, वो उतना
हम्म,
स्मूथ रहेगा and उतना हेल्पफुल रहेगा. In turn हम लोगों के जजेस भी बहुत ग्रेशियस थे with their time,
हम्म,
शशांक सर and सचिन सर.
ओके,
Yeah, so उनका टाइम के लिए I will be very very grateful, because उन लोगों ने बहुत टाइम दिया था हम लोगों को and बहुत अच्छे से समझाया भी था
हम्म,
about how they see our progress and how they would expect us to go forward. um, convert all of these interactions into conversations and it'll be smooth.
ओके,
जजेस भी
ओके,
आपसे बेहतर कनेक्ट कर पाएंगे एंड ऑल ऑफ इट विल डेफिनेटली रिफ्लेक्ट.
okay, okay. And the main thing is also the communication that also matters in the
यस
SIH.
यस
Okay.
यस.
एंड जब हम एसआईएच के बारे में बात करते हैं देन आई मींस आई हैड आल्सो पार्टिसिपेटेड इन द एसआईएच. सो हम हमारा फर्स्ट राउंड पीपीटी का होता है. सो आपने ऐसा क्या किया कि आपकी सिलेक्ट हो गई?
लाइक आई सेड, ब्रांडिंग एक था.
हाँ,
हम
हम्म,
बहुत लोगों की पीपीटी देख रहे थे, जो
हम्म,
फॉर्मेट प्रोवाइड किया था उसी में बस फिल अप
हम्म,
करके दिया गया था. बट इफ यू वांट, हम लिंक भी दे सकते हैं. यू कैन लिंक इट इन योर डिस्क्रिप्शन, द
या
प्रेजेंटेशन. ओवरऑल इट हैड its own brand, a color tha. There were icons and everything over there. So it kind of, like I said, I wanted it to scream personality and not just another generic presentation जो कि आपके judges, they will be seeing thousands of those presentations.
या
सामने से कुछ तो different लगना चाहिए ना. अगर हर किसी का front page एक ही है and वहाँ पे एक number different है, SIH 1464, 1465, they don't even know what's different. If your presentation should have some defining characteristics, be it a brand, be it its own colors and everything. So I tried to make the presentation as informative as possible. And pura अच्छा से skin किया हुआ, it had its own color. I made a different SIH logo खुद से. So these are things that you can do. Yeah. Just एक brand identity दे दो अपने project को. It'll help
ओके,
you like pursue it later on as well. आजकल तो government का बहुत अच्छा encouragement है with startups as well. If you're
हाँ,
working on a good project, you can definitely take it forward.
ओके, ओके, ओके. मींस एंड मींस मेरे को मींस आपको वो एक ये बता दो अप्रोच कि इफ वी हैड डन दिस दिन पीपीटी देन हमारा पीपीटी सिलेक्ट हो जाएगा. मींस व्हाट इज मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग इन पीपीटी, मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट?
I would still say brand.
हम्म,
I would still say brand, because कवच वाले
ओके,
टाइम पे भी this was something that they highlighted. I think इस बार भी एक अपना presentation का identity रहना is very important. वो चीज definitely try करना. And after that, obviously, you should not be uh, wrong about things that you write there. Like promises भी ऐसा होना चाहिए कि हजम हो जाए. I've seen people who have made wild claims in their presentations, and judges
ओके,
are not stupid. They won't buy it. तो वही I would say, एक देखने में appealing रहना चाहिए, should not be as bland, and
हाँ,
should be something new. Content भी बहुत equally important है. I'm not trying to say कि content important नहीं है, बस color कर दो. But yeah, I would say that is it. अब उससे ज़्यादा it's about your project and what you're doing
ओके,
with it.
ओके. एंड व्हाट वाज योर प्रोजेक्ट?
My project was, again, like I said, a meeting platform for
ओके,
AICTE.
हाँ, या
Kind of evolved into a whole workplace application, not just providing meetings.
ओके. सो इफ अभी तो अगले साल ही आएगा एसआईएच कि इफ एनीवन वांट्स टू
Right.
पार्टिसिपेट इन दैट एसआईएच दैट इज स्मार्ट इंडिया हैकाथन. सो हाउ कैन दैट मींस किसी का अगर सिलेक्ट होना है, किसी का मींस किसी को अगर सिलेक्ट होना है देन व्हाट आर मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट टिप्स यू वांट टू गिव टू द फ्रेशर्स?
I would say brainstorm very well.
ओके.
Problem statement choose करना itself में एक art है, I would say, in this way, because again इस बार बहुत सारे generic kind of problem statements थे. For example, uh, plant disease detection. That is the most generic problem statement I could approach. आजकल I have a chat GPT premium. वहाँ पे just photos आप अपने phone से click कर दो, chat GPT बता देगा. That's a one stop solution. उसके बाद how can you innovate? I mean, यहाँ पे if you were to innovate, maybe you could bring in drones कि हाँ एक drone जा रहा है मेरे पूरे plantation पे, automatically it will detect some diseases in plants and मेरे एक dashboard पे आ जाएगा. That could be a solution, but that was not the approach most people were going for. So I would say choose a problem statement जिसमें आपको actually interest रहे, जो कि थोड़ा product driven बनाया जा सके. and something that you would enjoy learning in the whole process. और ऐसा भी कुछ जो कि मतलब इतना जेनेरिक ना हो कि कोई भी कर ले,
Okay.
राइट? WebRTC itself is अगर वनीला इम्प्लीमेंट किया जाए तो इट्स नॉट वेरी सिंपल. हालांकि
हम्म.
आजकल ऑब्वियसली यू हैव सॉल्यूशंस. लाइव किट नाम का एक सुपर बेस जैसा ही सॉल्यूशन है स्पेसिफिकली फॉर SFU सर्वर्स, जो कि हम लोगों ने भी एंडेड अप यूजिंग. शुरू में हम लोग वनीला इम्प्लीमेंटेशन सोच रहे थे, बट अगेन WebRTC समझना समझा पाना, इट विल टेक यू सम लर्निंग, एंड डेफिनेटली इस बारे में कॉलेज में नहीं सिखाया जाता है. आई एम नॉट ट्राइंग
हाँ.
टू से कि ये रॉकेट साइंस है, बिकॉज इट्स नॉट. बट choose a non-generic problem statement that you will
हाँ.
actually enjoy building, give it a brand,
हाँ.
brainstorm well, have a good system design, have a good understanding of the architecture that you're trying to build and everything that you're trying to achieve, have some idea about how it might evolve in the future. And
Okay.
जब वो लोग पूछे कि ठीक है ये तो already exist करता है, because
हाँ.
this was a question that as far as I heard everybody was asked
हाँ.
कि ठीक है ये solution तो already exist करता है, आप क्या नया कर रहे हो? Have a good answer for that.
Okay. ओके. अच्छा. ओके. एंड मीन्स आपने बताया कि मीन्स आपके कितने राउंड्स हुए थे वहां पे? 3 ही राउंड्स हुए थे कि और उसमें कितने आवर्स का आपका हैकाथॉन था?
36 आवर्स का टोटल टाइम था, बट ऑब्वियसली इट वाज इंटरप्टेड बीच में. कुछ कुछ इवेंट्स थे, हम लोगों ने ज्यादा इवेंट्स अटेंड नहीं किया था, बट पीएम वाला इंटरेक्शन था दैट आई वाज एक्साइटेड अबाउट व्हेन आई वेंट देयर. सो या ओवरऑल वही 3 mentorship sessions and 3
ओके.
evaluation
ओके.
sessions. हर mentorship session के बाद there was 1 evaluation session. उसमें वो
ओके.
लोग देखते हैं कि हाँ mentorship वाले में जो suggestions दिया गया था उसमें आप लोगों ने कितना implement किया, because again it matters कि आप कितने speed पे आपका team deliver कर रहा है. So in that way having a well-rounded team also definitely helps.
ओके. ओके. एंड अदर देन दिस टेक्नोलॉजीज आपने कौन से टेक्नोलॉजीज एक्सप्लोर किए इन योर कॉलेज लाइफ?
कॉलेज लाइफ बहुत एक्सप्लोरेशन रहा है मेरा एक्चुअली. शुरू में आई वाज इवन बिकॉज आई हैव बीन यूजिंग लिनक्स सिंस क्लास 8 थैंक्स टू अ फ्रेंड ऑफ माइन.
ओके.
So that brought me into a whole different world. um, Again hacking का भी, ethical hacking का शौक तो हर लड़के को लग रहा होता है. Even I had it, and I joined a platform called Try Hack Me, and वहाँ पे I was there for 3 months, and मेरा बहुत अच्छा experience smooth रहा है वहाँ पे, because हम use कर रहे थे Linux. I've built uh, like Arch Linux भी install किए थे when there were no installers. It's not that big a deal, but again it kind of gives you an in-depth understanding of how the architecture actually is laid out. So वही उसके बाद I was there, and 3 महीने में ही I had done a lot of work, and I was in the 2100s rank of the 600,000 people on the platform. अभी तो और भी grow कर चुका है. So
ओके. ओके.
that was something that I took interest in. In fact, वहाँ पे जो थोड़ा बहुत मेरा experience रहा है, and through the course of solving rooms वहाँ पे जितना कुछ हम सीखे हैं, उसी के basis पे कवच पे I was able to apply, because वहाँ का एक problem statement ऐसा था that could just fit मेरे लिए. राइट, हम जो
ओके.
देख रहे हैं ब्लू टीमर्स जो कर रहे होते हैं, आई कुड ऑटोमेट दैट प्रोसेस. तो वहां पे मेरा ट्राई हैक मी में एक्सपीरियंस रहा था, इसीलिए कवच के टाइम पे आई वाज एबल टू आंसर. एंड
ओके.
इनफैक्ट जो हमारे जजेस थे, दे देमसेल्व्स वर काइंड ऑफ डिलॉयट में एम्प्लॉइज हैं, बट दे वर आल्सो heavily interested and heavily educated in cyber security. मतलब हम सुन रहे थे कि एक buzzwords that just rang a bell in my head कि हाँ ये तो हम भी किए थे, there were BWAP and all of that, vulnerable machines. उसी में हम लोगों का basically that was a security auditing tool. तो हम लोगों का security auditing tool basically एक vulnerable machine में डाल के test किया गया था. It was made to be a Windows machine. हम लोग initially Linux सोच के जा रहे थे. बट अगेन वो एक रहा है, प्लस आर्च लिनक्स यूज किए हैं. तो I'm presently maintaining 10 packages on the Arch Linux user repository. No big deal again, but it could kind of help me connect with more people. जो बहुत सारे छोटे छोटे GitHub पे repositories थे. Arch Linux user repository is basically a repository of installers. बहुत सारे different projects जो कि आप basically Pacman में, not Pacman but बहुत सारे package managers हैं, ये नाम का है बहुत सारा, वहाँ से you can just install it. So I helped take a lot of smaller GitHub repositories into the Arch Linux user repository for each installation. उन लोगों का भी फायदा है because they get to be discovered easily. That was something. And for OpenSUSE में भी it's again primarily I know it from Linux, but उन लोगों का भी एक CMS type platform है जहाँ पे I've contributed. Other than that, I've also freelanced pehle. That was a Fast API project, Fast API and Vue. I personally like Vue better than React. Organization बहुत सुंदर है, but again, there's no huge community. Internship पे जाओगे, view is not even mentioned. Like, never mind. So वही वो सब में थोड़ा बहुत experience है. That was a full stack e-commerce website with a different backend and a front end. So again, all of these projects have been learning experiences for me.
Huh.
I've only gained more experience developing them and coordinating in the meantime. So yeah, that should be it for my experience.
Okay. So my last question is कि what should be means आपको कौन से tips देना चाहोगे if any freshers want to participate or what win the SIH?
I was very happy. हमारे Techno India University से भी a lot of freshers were participating, and I was very happy to see their energy. मेरा first year के time पे I was quite solace में. But yeah, again, जो पहले हम बता रहे थे, all of those ही have a good understanding, be brave, you can win. मेरा कवच के time पे I had no idea I would win. इस बार I was totally sure I would not win, but yet I happened to win. You must believe in yourself थोड़ा बहुत and have faith in your theoretical understanding. And first year में हो, you have a lot of time in your hands. Explore करो, explore new technologies. ये सब hackathons and all हैं, these are great. अगर आप ना भी जीतो तो भी you'll be inspired by seeing other teams doing very well. You'll be connecting with really smart people, and क्या पता जीत भी जाओ, you know? So yeah, I'd say just dare to dream.
Okay. So आप कुछ और कहना चाहते हैं to our audience?
I would say again DSA थोड़ा बहुत सीख लो, explore projects.
Okay.
हम
Yeah.
फर्स्ट ईयर से हर किसी को बोल रहे हैं डीएसए सीखो. मेरा खुद अभी लास्ट ईयर हम प्रॉपर्ली शुरू किया. I mean, I understand data structures, but proper CP level questions अभी recently चालू किया. That's something that just won't go wrong.
Okay.
Again, system design भी सीखना is very important. आजकल तो बहुत सारे मतलब recruitment type भी shift हो रहा है to system design compared to DSA. But again, DSA is some basic knowledge that everybody should know. DSA front end development, because अगर आप बाद में projects बना रहे हो, if you don't understand front end, how will you kind of ship your product to your users, right?
Okay.
ये सब kind of basics है that everybody should be there on, and have a kind of an entrepreneurial mindset. Try to हम ये नहीं बोल रहे हैं कि business खड़ा कर दो, but approach
Okay.
projects with a product perspective कि हाँ अगर हम ये बना रहे हैं तो इसको हम यूजर तक कैसे ले जाएं. It will definitely help you and connect with a lot more people. मेरा recently connecting networking journey बेहतर रहा है, and I'm quite happy with all of that. It really helps. It's हम नहीं कह सकते. A lot of people have a lot of very diverse experience, and उन लोगों से connect करोगे, you'll be definitely learning a lot more, and I'm sure बहुत सारे collaboration opportunities भी आएंगे.
Okay. The main thing is आपने बोला जैसे कि DSA is more important because I think it evolves means it evolves our mind and उसकी वजह से problem solving skills भी हमारे बढ़ते हैं. So it's very important to
Sure,
learn
I'd
the
not say
DSA.
more important, but very important definitely.
Yeah.
I'd say project building के time पे जो आप सीखते हो, that's kind of practical knowledge.
Okay.
DSA is like हाँ pure math सीखना, which is great. Pure math जानना चाहिए हर किसी को. But also projects करते करते जो सीखोगे, DSA cannot replace that. And also project I mean DSA करते करते सीखोगे जो वो project replace नहीं कर पाएंगे. So having a good understanding of data structures definitely helps, but it does not replace what you learn by building a project and working with a team.
Okay, so thank you, Bhaiya,
Both of
for
it is
coming.
important.
So thank you, Bhaiya,
Yeah,
for coming here and sharing your wonderful journey. I
thanks
was
for
very
having me.
excited to know about your journey. So thank you for coming here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
All the best. Bye.